This doesn't happen very often, but every now and again, I run into a situation where I think, damn, I wish I had legs. This would be so much easier. The most recent example was actually yesterday. So Jake and I went to the hardware store to pick up some things that we needed for our new vlog setup. Look at all my fans. Then we went outside to actually test it. And it didn't go so well. It was bumpy, it was shaky, it was having a hard time focusing, and I think the stabilizer on my phone was counteracting with the stabilizer on the Osmo itself. And I was super annoyed, and I was super frustrated. And the reason that I was is because this is one of those times where I feel like I can't be independent. We've been trying to figure out a way for me be able to vlog by myself and walk and talk at the same time. And Jake will always be around, but there are times that he's not, and there are times that I want to be able to vlog stuff that it's hard for me to move around. And I was super angry and super frustrated and a little sad, thinking, oh God, I'm gonna have to rely on Jake for the rest of my life, and I would like this to be like a partnership. And I was super frustrated, and it made me think of some of the other times in my life when this has happened to me. When I climbed Kilimanjaro, my friends were amazing at providing physical support when I needed it. And on summit day, they got altitude sickness and I didn't. And suddenly they needed my support. And I was frustrated that I didn't have legs to physically carry them like they had carried me. In school, I was huge into choir and musical theater. I'll never forget, I tried out for the best choir at our school. And my teacher was like, you've got a great voice, you could totally do it, but there's a lot of dancing in this choir, so I don't think it's a good fit for you. And when I would audition for musical theater, many times I would hear, Spencer, your audition was great, but there's just a lot of dancing in this show, so why don't you be the assistant director? And I was always grateful that they gave me another way to be involved, but it just wasn't the same. And even as a kid, specifically now that it's starting to be summer here in Toronto, I remember as a kid, my friends wanting to go for a bike ride. And I had a skateboard, and I also had a big wheel that I could pedal with my hands, but I couldn't keep up, and it just wasn't the same. And so this was another example of that as an adult, where I'm feeling super frustrated, and super angry, and super sad that I can't figure this out. It's so stupid. But what I've learned through all of these is that you figure out a way. I figured out a way to help my friends get to the top by carrying them emotionally. For musical theater, I just kept going back and trying out until one year there was a show that I could actually do that had a significant role, which was really cool. And now this. We're gonna figure this out. I don't know how that looks yet. We're gonna keep searching. Jake's got a really amazing brain, and when we put our brains together, I think we'll come up with a solution. But I think this is an important lesson for all of us to learn, that there's gonna be things in our lives that are difficult, that are gonna frustrate you, that are gonna make you angry, that are gonna make you sad. I even cried a little yesterday. And that's okay. But what's important is that then you take that and you search for a way to overcome that, whatever that looks like. It's looking at doing it a different way, or moving on and trying something, a completely different scenario or gadget, whatever that looks like. And so I think we all need to start looking for ways to do that in these situations. And that's what we're gonna do. So stay tuned.